We are so glad to see you, dear viewers, and welcome to a new episode of Cultural Flavors.
Ramadan edition.
I'm your host, Dr. Mohammad Al-Qattan.
And I'm your co-host, Eman Marafie.
Dear viewers, hopefully that you're enjoying the holy month of Ramadan, and fasting is very easy, and don't forget that fasting is very good for our body. As usual, my colleague Eman, she usually gives us an advice, and let's see what Eman she has for us today.
Well, today's advice is a simple one. Take the good advice from the specialists. Don't listen to anyone in the social media. They might give you many advices, but most of them, they are wrong.
Exactly.
Like doctor's advice is okay, but someone who advises you about taking like medications, he's not a doctor, don't take that advice.
I totally agree with you, Iman. This is a very great and value recommendation from you. We have a lot of information around us. Taking the right advice from the right place as well as from the right source is very important. So, Iman, which country we'll be talking about today?
Today's country is about Singapore.
Oh, Singapore.
Yes.
Have you been there?
No, actually.
Okay. So let's talk
I
about...
haven't been to many places. Like, if I like a place, I would go to it like many times.
And this is actually the great thing about this TV show, that it's really explore our mind to really visit a lot of countries.
Yeah.
So what about the reviewers? Let's go watch this report together and we will be back. So please don't go away.
Singapore, officially the Republic of Singapore, is an island country and city-state in maritime Southeast Asia. It is a city, a capital, and a state all at once, making it one of only 3 city-states in the world, with Monaco and the Vatican City. It is one of the world's greenest cities, with approximately half of its land under green cover. Singapore is made up of 1 large island and 63 small, most uninhabited surrounding islands. Islam is the 3rd largest religion in Singapore, with Muslims accounting more than 15% of the population. Muslims in Singapore observe the month of Ramadan just like other Muslims around the world. It is the most sacred month of the Islamic calendar and is about more than just abstaining from food and drink from dawn till dusk. During Ramadan, mosques in Singapore usually hold Taraweeh prayers. Many Muslims attend these prayers to complete the recitation of the entire Quran by the end of Ramadan. Besides the communal iftars that most people enjoy and await, and the Taraweeh prayers that are held in mosques like the Sultan Mosque, also known as Masjid Sultan, is a beautiful mosque in the Kampong Glam district. After iftar, the yearly Ramadan Bazaar at Geylang Serai is something most people look forward to. The festive markets is held in the holy month, with numerous stalls selling food, clothes, and decorations in preparation for Eid al-Fitr. Kampong Glam is also lighting up with its own Ramadan Bazaar. It's a smaller but no less exciting event with trendy eats, light shows, and some music performances.
And we're back, dear viewers, after this great report for the Republic of Singapore. Today we have very special guests with us. We have Thalhah and we have Jaabir. Yeah. Welcome.
Thank you. Great to meet you all.
We are so glad to have both of you talking about the Republic of Singapore. I have not been there, but I heard a lot of this about this country, and hopefully at some point I'm going to visit Singapore. So before we go deep into our conversation, let's introduce yourself. So let's start with you, Thalhah.
Great. So hi, my name is Thalhah. I'm from Singapore, as you may know. I've been studying in Kuwait for more or less 11 years now,
MashaAllah.
majoring in the faculty of Sharia.
MashaAllah.
And I can speak a bit of Arabic.
Perfect.
Hopefully perfect Arabic. but
We're going to test that after the.
I hope not.
Actually, formal Arabic is very difficult to learn, even for us.
Yeah.
So, Jaabir?
And my name is Jaabir. I think people can remember my name very easily because of the past Amir, mashallah. So I've been in Kuwait for almost 7 years.
MashaAllah.
I'm also majoring in Sharia, in Usul Fiqh. Yeah.
So we are great friends.
Yeah, very great friends.
Okay, so tell us a little bit about Singapore. What makes it very unique from other countries, in your perspective?
Okay, so let me start. Singapore is actually a very small country in the Southeast Asia province. So it is located beside Malaysia.
Okay.
So in the past, actually, Singapore was actually together with Malaysia as one country. And then after the World War II, they started to ask for their independence.
Correct.
That was 1972. I wasn't born then yet.
Okay.
That was a very long time ago.
Nobody probably, nobody of us has been born at that time.
Very long time ago. And it's actually a very small country, but it's rich with culture, very rich with culture. There's at least more than 10, 20 races, and there's even four national languages that we are known for.
Interesting.
So there's English, which everybody has to speak.
Okay.
And then anybody can choose between the other three languages, which are Malay and Hindu, which is Tamil, or Urdu, and Mandarin, which is Chinese.
Nice.
Okay.
We are very proud of Singapore.
And also you have a diverse of religions.
Yes, definitely. We actually quite specialize in what we call racial harmony. So Singapore is actually quite known for what is called a melting pot of culture.
Yeah.
So we can say it's almost like a dish which is rich with many, many ingredients, which we call culture and races.
Nice.
That's nice.
This is very interesting.
Yeah.
So, Thalhah, what is Singapore famous for?
Singapore, if I could say one thing, is the food.
The food.
Yes.
And this is going to be one of the main part of our episode talking about food. But we're going to go really deep into that later on. So let's talk about the most famous touristic places. Where should I go? Or if any one of our daily viewers would like to visit Singapore, where they should go?
I think a very popular place that a lot of tourists go to should have to be the zoo.
All right.
Zoological garden, or we have a bird park and a zoo,
Okay.
which is, I think it's quite popular. It's known to be one of the best zoos in the world,
Interesting.
if I could say that.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's a very popular place, and I really encourage anyone who comes to Singapore.
And this is going to be the capital.
It's not close to the capital, actually.
Okay.
It's a bit further away.
Okay. And the capital is also known or called Singapore.
Yes.
All right.
It's a capital city, so Singapore is the capital, and it is the country.
Interesting. So what about you, Jab? Where do you think?
Let me add on to what's special about the zoological garden, because I'm very particular about calling people the zoological garden, actually.
Please.
Because there's something called the night safari. There's something special about the night safari where you go on a trip at night. So it starts around after 6 p.m.
Okay.
It's scary.
And then you can go on a trek, but on a tram. So it's all safe with people all accompanying you.
Okay.
And then you can see all the nightlife, night wildlife.
Nice.
So there's bats, there's many different animals.
Really, this is
Very
great.
interesting.
But
actually.
at night, weren't the animals asleep?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's called the nocturnal animals, the night wildlife.
Okay.
Yeah.
So when you go in the morning, there are like different animals from the ones at night.
Different attractions. You can go to different attractions at different times of the day.
Okay.
So they have actually organized people that come at different times. You can plan out your day based on what ticket you buy.
Are there any other places that people should visit if they are in Singapore?
Singapore. When you first come to Singapore, of course, you come to the airport.
Okay.
We are actually known to have the best airport.
Okay.
Actually, so we have an indoor waterfall.
Okay.
Which is very, very beautiful, actually.
I've seen that on the internet, yes.
Yeah, and there's also an indoor garden. indoor garden in Singapore. So we actually try to specialize in it being a
Nature.
city.
Okay.
But it being a city, we don't want to leave out the nature.
Correct.
So we try to bring into the nature, into the city, and become a metropolis.
What about the weather there?
The weather, it's humid all year round.
Oh,
So
So
what's the best time for us to visit
exactly.
there?
the best time, I would say you can come here anytime in Singapore.
Really?
Yeah.
So you don't have winter?
No winter, no summer,
no.
no spring.
Okay, so it's about raining probably. There is no rain over there?
There is a raining season.
Okay.
It starts maybe around 9th month, I would say like September,
Okay.
all the way to January.
Uh-huh.
So if you don't want to experience rain, I would say just come from the earlier months, like from February onwards.
All right.
Yeah.
So the good thing is that I like humid weather. So
Like
probably
humid.
I do.
We hate humid.
Actually.
So I'm gonna fit 100% in Singapore. So let's go talk about a little bit about the food in Singapore. What are you famous for?
I would say the national food, if I'm not wrong,
Uh-huh.
it is the Hainanese chicken rice.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of that?
No, could you tell me more?
It's rice that's cooked in chicken broth,
Okay.
served with a side of usually steamed chicken,
Okay.
but some people prefer the roasted chicken.
Uh-huh.
That's the basic dish.
It's like mishboos, right? Similar to it a little
Similar, but the rice is not yellow. It's
bit. It's white.
plain, almost plain, but chicken rice. It's called.
Okay.
Other cuisine?
My favorite cuisine is Indian cuisine, actually.
Okay.
So in the morning, you can go eat what we call chapati.
Okay.
So it's very, and they have many different types of chapati also. They put eggs inside, they can put cheese inside.
Nice.
So they try to mix it up. So you don't feel tired of just one type
One
of
kind,
chapati.
one
Yeah.
type. Oh, that's
In
interesting.
Singapore, we have chocolate chapati,
As well?
strawberry chapati,
All
all
right.
kinds of flavors.
Okay, that's interesting. Yeah.
So, we're speaking of Singapore, like I want to talk about the holy month of Ramadan. How do you prepare for that?
So Ramadan actually, your daily life doesn't actually seem any different
Okay.
when you're inside of Ramadan or outside of Ramadan. But there's one special thing that happens during Ramadan, which is where food stalls and vendors always open.
Okay.
So, and it's very bustling at night. So people usually after they can break fast together with their friends, gather over food, and then after that go to the mosque to pray their Tarawih.
Okay.
And then after that they can come back to continue their food.
Okay.
So it's very, very exciting.
But you don't hang the lights or outside or inside
Decoration.
the house.
There is decorations of the lights along the streets. There's one special place, one of the areas called Geylang.
Okay.
It's known to decorate the streets with their lights. Very colorful. Like the one I saw just recently at Mubarakiyah.
Okay.
It's almost similar.
I like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
this
it's
is
almost
very
similar.
interesting. Do you have any specific cuisine that only serves during the holy month of Ramadan, or the food is the same to the rest of the year?
We have what they call a night market in Ramadan. So every Ramadan they will open up this night market, and there will be lots of stalls trying out different stuff every year.
Very interesting.
Cool.
So talking about food, our chief guests Jaabir and Thalhah, in every episode my colleague Eman prepare a dish. So let's see what she's gonna have for us.
Excited.
Yes.
See.
So Eman, what do you have for us?
Well, today's dish is very simple. As you can see, there aren't any
Rich in
lots of,
ingredients.
utensils and
Exactly.
things, So it's a sweet sambusa.
Okay.
Then it's rolled like a finger, and then it's fried in oil.
Okay.
After that, it's in. You can dip it in sugar syrup, and sprinkle either pistachios or cardamom and other things like that.
Perfect.
it.
Seems really easy
Very
to make.
simple, and you can let your children help you actually rolling those sambusas.
Perfect. And you're gonna
Is
have
this your own recipe?
Actually, I don't know.
you're gonna have the chance to try it as well as you're gonna evaluate yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's very
Okay.
interesting. So, dear viewers, we're gonna have a short break and we'll be back. So please don't go away.
And we're back, dear viewers, and back to our dish. What I'll do now is that I will cut the samosas into half as this, as we have here. And then after that, we will roll it and glue it with the flour and mixture of flour and water. And that's it. That's why it's very easy for the children to learn, and they can help you out with this. So.
And is there any specific way that you roll it, Eman, or?
Yeah, it's you just roll it by the angle here.
Okay.
Just like that. As simple as that.
Could they do another shape?
It's up to you, actually. If you want to do it as a real samosas, you can add cream cheese inside, and then you can fry it also, then dip it into the syrup. It will be very nice. Yeah.
Have you tried something before like that?
I think the one that I've tried is just sambusa.
Okay.
The desserts I have.
Cheese sambusa. This is going to be something unique that you're going to try.
Yeah.
So, Eman, this is something related to Ramadan, or
Yes.
this is Ramadan?
Yeah, actually we eat that during the holy month of Ramadan, and not during the other
Days.
months. Yeah.
It's a seasonal dish.
Okay.
Yeah. It's just like, I think, gemat or
Correct.
sabal gafsha.
Sabal gafsha.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So back to our question or concern about this, the food in Singapore. So I would like to know, is there any specific food that has been served in the holy month of Ramadan?
Okay, so during Ramadan, as we said, there's the night market.
Correct.
So the night market specialize in fusion dishes.
Okay.
So they try to mix around all types of cuisines. So for example, we have the spaghetti in a bucket.
Okay.
Because it is designed for you to eat on the go.
Okay, that's nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what we call bazaars in Singapore.
But this is for the suhoor or the futur?
Futur at night.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what about other activities people do during the holy month of Ramadan? Probably most people go to the mosque, pray more, recite the Quran, the Holy Quran. Other activities people do.
Definitely, we see more people in the mosque at night.
Okay. What about family gathering? Is there anything like that?
We try together also maybe anytime we are free.
Okay.
So friends try to gather around, families.
Okay.
And then, so it's quite exciting.
It's also the month where we try to reconnect with our cousins.
Correct. So do people really live far away from each other? It's really hard to get together, or it's easy?
I can say it's quite easy actually. It's not very far away from one end of Singapore to the other end. It's very small. Can say it's almost around 700 kilometers squared.
Okay.
It's even smaller than Bahrain even.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's going to be easy to connect then.
Very
it's easy to
easy.
gather.
Yeah.
Very interesting. So how is Eman doing?
So I prepared the oil to be hot, but actually it's not really hot now.
Okay.
So I only added one. Once it like sizzles,
Okay.
I will add the other. I don't want it to be real hot, like overheated, because it will burn from outside and not cooked in from the inside. Actually, there is a hollow inside, but still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very
And
interesting.
that's it.
Yes.
So during the holy month of Ramadan, does the time like for work or for school change, or it remains the same?
I can say it remains the same. It's a diplomatic country, so they don't try to fit around the Muslim schedule also. So we try to fit around ourselves, but it doesn't change that much.
Okay.
Just we try to
This would make it actually harder for people to fast, because can have more hours to work, as well as a school for children that they have to really fast for a long day, correct? It is.
But since we're very known for racial harmony, the lucky ones, if we get our good managers to, sometimes they are more understanding.
Nice.
Which is very
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah.
So what about talking about the Eid? Any preparation for the Eid?
Yeah, definitely. We
Okay.
get new furniture, not furniture, we get new, what do you call it, decorations for our house. The most popular one would be the lights, different colored lights. We usually hang them in our windows and outside the houses. So that's something you will always see during the Eid.
Interesting. So if I'm visiting Singapore during the holy month of Ramadan, could I notice there is something different in the holy month of Ramadan, or it's the same?
If you go out at night, you'll definitely notice the difference.
Oh, there is a little
Because
vibe.
There's a little vibe.
Okay.
Everybody's outside at night.
What about the clothes?
Okay.
What do you wear? Like
Uh,
here, the Kuwaitis, most of the women wear like dara'a,
Correct.
and I think the men wear something like jidasha or something
Dasha
like that.
and Ramadan.
And do you have like a special custom to wear?
We have our own Malay outfit. As you can see what he's wearing right
Yeah.
All
now.
right.
Okay.
Something similar to this.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's
And the
all-
woman?
the women, I think they usually just wear their abayas.
Abaya.
Yeah. For the Muslim women.
Yes,
Correct.
yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So let's talk about the Eid. What do people do usually in Eid?
Okay, so in Eid, we try to, on the first day of Eid, we actually visit our grandparents' houses first.
Okay.
So at our grandparents' houses, everybody gathers around
Okay. This can be in the early morning or for lunch or.
for lunch
Okay.
and for dinner.
Okay.
So we try to split it between our father's side and
Correct.
our mother's side.
All right.
So morning our father's, then at night our mother's side,
Okay.
and so on.
All right. For
So-
and anything activity for children.
For the children, we mainly just tag them along for the visits.
Okay.
So I would say the first and second week of Eid in Singapore is probably the most tiring,
Uh-huh.
since we always have to
It is
visit
actually.
every single house. Yeah.
Okay. That's
We can
interesting.
reach up to 30 houses in a day.
Wow.
And do you give them ideas?
Yes,
Oh,
good.
it's one of the motivations
Yeah.
very
to go
good.
visit.
The children are actually being really happy
Yeah.
for the Eid.
Yeah. And like during the holy month of Ramadan, do you practice any sports? Like walking, like going to the gym or
Do
something
people
like that?
actually do more physical activity
Yeah.
during the day?
During the day, I think we like to take it easy.
Okay.
Yeah. So for the ones who want to be more active,
Uh-huh.
they usually start in the evening or before futur. I
Okay.
would say, yeah.
All right. Very interesting.
Yeah.
Like you see here in Kuwait that a lot of people actually
Start
try
to walk.
to walk
Yeah.
before they break their fast and being really active, which is really actually a good habit that people do
Yeah.
here. So how is Eman doing so far?
It's good. I'm
Okay.
frying the sambusa sticks,
Okay.
and until they're like golden in color,
And you
I
just take
will
them.
just take them out and add them to the syrup.
Very interesting. Very
Yeah.
good. So, dear viewers, let's go for a break and we'll be back. So please don't go away. And we're back, dear viewers, talking about the Republic of Singapore during the holy month of Ramadan with our esteemed guests, Thalhah and Jaabir. But before we go deep into your journey here in Kuwait, let's see how is Eman doing, because I could smell it's good. It smells really good. So Eman,
I finished frying it. See, this is the right color actually,
Okay.
which is really good.
Okay.
And then I have part
Should
here.
be crunchy a little bit.
It will be crunchy actually,
Okay,
yes.
uh-huh.
So depending on your liking, you can add pistachios, cardamom, other nuts.
Okay.
Whatever you like.
Could people probably try it with chocolate?
It will
No?
be too much sweet because this is already sugar syrup.
Without the sugar syrup.
Yeah, you'll have like a spike of the glucose.
Okay, so
Yeah.
we want to be people eat healthy.
Yes.
Okay.
But this dish is not really healthy.
There is no healthy probably today.
The problem is with the holy month of Ramadan is that people crave for things that
Correct.
like they used to eat. So it's very difficult to not eat those things.
Exactly.
But moderation, as we said before,
Exactly.
that you can eat like 2 sticks or 3.
So this is our recommendation from my colleague Iman as well from my side is to eat. You could eat whatever you want, but eat in a moderation.
Yeah.
So our esteemed guests, we would like to know about your journey here in Kuwait. Jaabir, I think you've been here for almost 7 years. Thalhah, you've been here for almost 11 years. So I would like to know more about that. So let's start with Jaabir.
Okay, so actually my journey to Kuwait was something that I didn't expect at all.
Okay.
First. So let's start from when I was in Singapore.
Yes, how did you decide to come
Yes.
here?
Yeah, actually, it was actually quite interesting. So when I was in Singapore, actually, I was quite a very hardworking student.
Okay.
A little bit hardworking, I can say. And so they actually offered me a scholarship to come to Kuwait.
Cool.
Here in Kuwait or in Singapore?
They offered me from Singapore to come to Kuwait.
Okay.
Because you had high grades.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So, but at that time, I didn't know what Kuwait was
Sure.
or how I was even nominated at that time.
All right.
Because there was actually one person above me. Yeah, but he didn't want to come. So
Okay.
it was my blessing.
It's meant to be.
Yes.
Yes.
It's meant
Your
to be.
destiny.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So at that point of time, it was just a very abrupt question from my parents. We have been, so they asked me, do you want to come to Kuwait, Jaabir? So I was like, why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Like,
Let's
I
try.
should just try.
Exactly.
I was very small at that
Yeah.
time. And they had no qualms about it.
Okay.
So they were fine with it. And we just proceeded with all the procedures.
All right.
And then I came to Kuwait. And when I was even 13, I was very small at the time.
It's very
so
young.
I was built to become very independent at the time. I was forced to be independent.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So I had to make friends
Exactly.
from different
No,
countries.
13 is a really young age. So
Yes.
you start your middle school here,
Yes.
Oh,
From
wow.
middle school to high school,
then to college.
then now in university.
You came alone or with your family?
With my friends alone.
Okay.
Yeah, without my
So what about you, Thalhah?
For me, I'm actually the opposite. He said he was a hardworking person. I am not hardworking at all. I just happen to have good grades. So
Okay.
I'm very thankful for that.
Okay.
It was the same scenario. I was offered a scholarship to Kuwait, and I was like, well, why not? Right?
Yeah, let's try.
Yeah.
It sounds good. The
Okay.
free, what do you call it? Free dormitory.
Correct.
You get everything. There's a canteen.
Correct.
You can live alone.
Uh-huh.
And that really struck out to me. The freedom. I was very
And
interested
you can
in
depend
freedom.
on yourself.
Yes, I like to say I'm a very independent person.
And this is very hard decision to make that you separated from your family. You come here by yourself. You start a new life
Really.
in a different country.
Yeah, the thing is, everyone says it's a hard decision, but for us, we were 13 at the time. It was a very easy decision. We didn't think much. We just went with the flow.
Let's go. Let's move on.
Yeah, let's just do it.
Very
But when you came here to Kuwait, didn't you face any like cultural shocks or like missing to your country?
For the first year, I would say I actually cried the first year.
Oh.
Thinking about home. Yeah, I was a bit
I don't
homesick.
blame you, actually.
I was a bit homesick.
It's really hard.
And like the first week of school, they kept speaking Arabic, right? So I was like, what are they talking about?
Exactly.
It left me a bit confused, but
Correct.
yeah, over time it became easy.
All right. So you take it step by step.
Yeah, it's a very slow journey.
What about you, Jaabir?
It was the same scenario also. It's like someone just threw me into a swimming pool and I didn't know how to swim.
Exactly.
So I didn't know how to speak Arabic. I didn't know how to get my way around. I didn't know the places. But thankfully, there were many precious friends and precious seniors
Correct.
that showed the way.
Exactly.
So they showed me where the places was and how to speak their the lahja or
Correct,
the
yeah.
The slang, yeah.
the slang.
Correct.
So it's very, very nice. Actually, I didn't feel that homesick at that time.
All right.
I was just enjoying myself outside of Singapore.
And now, after 11 years for Thalhah, 7 years from you, Jaabir, you are part of the community.
And well experienced.
Exactly.
You can say we are very comfortable here.
Very,
yeah.
very interesting. Yes. So, talking about, you have been a long time. Have you tried a Kuwaiti cuisine?
Okay, I can say my favorite dish from Kuwait is what they actually showed me first, is the majboos.
All right.
The Kuwaiti majboos.
Uh-huh.
And that's what I tell everyone about from Kuwait.
Okay.
You should try the Kuwaiti majboos. The rice especially, it's like very, I don't know what they put. I think they put magic dust on it.
Probably.
The golden dish.
Iman knows more about that. Don't ask me what they do, what they put with ingredients. Probably you have to ask the expert here. What else have you tried? Have you tried something else?
Sweets.
Sweets. I'm not really sure about sweets.
Did you try rahesh?
I don't know what that is.
It's like, what do you say? Sesame, molasses, something like that.
It's a dessert. Yeah?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a dessert.
We haven't
You
tried a
haven't
lot
tried
of desserts. Yeah. We only know majboos. We almost eat it every week.
Oh, really? That's good. So what do you cook? Do you know how to cook?
I could say I do a bit of cooking at home.
Okay. Do you cook a Singaporean food, right?
Yes, most of the time.
Okay. This is
And
very.
who taught you to cook?
Since I'm here for like 11 years already, I taught myself how to cook from YouTube and other sources.
Yeah, so let's talk about the holy month here in Ramadan in Kuwait. So how do you think it's different from the Ramadan in Singapore?
Okay, so in Kuwait, you actually have a very easy access to many different beautiful reciters of the Quran.
Correct.
Compared to Singapore, we have a few, but it's not that many.
Correct.
So Kuwait, I think they specialize in that certain field,
Correct.
where you can just go to this mosque and then find someone very great in recitation. And then even you can, some of the reciters, they put on their schedules. So we can plan out our whole month on which days we want to go to this mosque,
Correct.
which days we want to this mosque.
Correct.
Compared to Singapore, we don't have that choice. Yeah. So
You have more options here.
yeah.
Alhamdulillah, which is really good,
Yeah,
good
that's
things.
something I really enjoy about it.
Also, when we were young, we would always listen to the reciters on our phones, on the internet.
Correct.
Now that we're here, we can actually listen
Yeah.
to them in real life. It's
Exactly,
like-
which makes a difference,
yeah,
right?
It's actually a bit magical.
Exactly, yeah.
So now the dish is done
Uh-huh,
and it's ready to be served.
perfect.
And since we are speaking about the holy month of Ramadan in Kuwait, have you experienced like going to some places that are like related to like places you like to enjoy during the holy month of Ramadan?
During the holy
Like
month,
Al-Mubarakiyah.
yes, the Mubarakiyah, I think I visit the place almost maybe every 2 weeks, just to change the pace of my day. You know, sometimes you're just tired and just holed up in your room.
Correct.
You need to get out and smell some fresh air.
Correct.
So
Actually, you
sometimes-
should do that not only during the holy month, like the whole year round.
Right.
Yeah, especially in Ramadan, because at night you don't sleep that early.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because you need to wake up for suhoor.
Exactly.
You're right.
So I think that's why especially on the month of Ramadan, I go out even more.
So when you went to Al-Mubarakiyah, did you drink the tea and you still eat the cake in there?
Not really. Actually.
No, you should go back again then.
It's good really to walk around and really see the crowd of people
Yeah.
over there, how people actually be happy over there, families, which is a really nice place to visit.
Yeah.
Correct. We still have more to talk about, as well as we're going to try what's Eman is made, because it's really ready. So, dear viewers, we have a break and we'll be back, so please don't go away.
Good evening, everyone. everyone. As the weather becomes more enjoyable, people usually head towards their local Qahwa al-Sha'bi, which is their local coffee shop where they enjoy tea and coffee and just hang around and socialize during the nice weather. So follow me along as we talk a bit more about Qahwa al-Sha'biyya that are located in Kuwait. One of the best things to drink in a Qahwa Sha'biyya is their tea, because it has been brewed for a very long time and it just tastes amazing. They have several types of teas and different coffees as well that people will come and enjoy as their children play in the background with the toys that are available there. It's one of the popular places in Kuwait that goes back in time where people from the past used to always go to Qahwa Sha'biyya, enjoy and socialize with each other, bringing a sense of community and camaraderie between the Kuwaiti society. One of the most popular foods to enjoy in the Qahwa Sha'biyya is khubz rqaq, which is a thin flatbread that's filled with different fillings. Whether it is savory or sweet, it's extremely delicious to eat. You can have different fillings such as cheese or labna or za'atar, or dessert fillings such as chocolate spread rahash or even gamer or asal. So please walk around and enjoy the different foods there. As the weather is still nice and cool during these Ramadan nights, be sure to enjoy your local Qahwa Sha'biyya, where you can still enjoy the delicious meals and different types of drinks that they serve, and enjoy your socialization with the locals and neighbors, as well as where your kids can have fun and play around with the toys and playground that are located in the Qahwa Sha'biyya. So enjoy your time, and Ramadan Kareem to you all.
And we're back, dear viewers, and I have finished the plate, and I will say the ingredients again. Actually, it doesn't have any ingredients because the sambusa dough is already like you buy it in the store, and you cut it in half. Mm-hmm. Make sure it's a sweet sambusa, yes, not the salty one. Okay. Then you roll it into through the angle. You add the glue to it, which is based off white flour and water. Perfect. And then either you freeze it, so it doesn't open with you when you fry it, mm-hmm, or you can fry it immediately onto the medium-high heat, okay, not very high, and then you dip it into the sugar syrup. That's it. And it should be ready to serve. Yes. And please, our esteemed guest, Thalhah and Jaabir, it's time to try what's Eman made for us. So please.
So can you repeat for us what is it called actually?
There is no sambusa fingers.
Please go ahead, you can try it.
Okay, let me try this one.
And this is something probably unique for Ramadan.
Yeah, it's good because the children can help you actually out with this one. You just try to make it with them for the first or the second time, mm-hmm, and then you leave them in the living room. Mm-hmm. You forget about your kids and you forget about this one. Then you do the other works you want to do, and then you come back, and it's ready. That's
actually good to make the people a bit busy, and they could make something they could be proud of it, right?
Yeah, and also the children can practice with their hands.
Exactly.
Things, yeah.
So what do you think, Thalhah and Jaabir, about this?
It's very good.
It's good, right?
I think it would go well with ice cream. Can I?
There you go. So it's
something new.
Exactly. You could try it. Mm-hmm. This is very interesting.
I like the crunch.
Yeah. So we would like to know about the Singapore here, the community you have here. How big is it? What kind of activity do you do?
Okay, so let's talk about the size of the community first. Because of the constraints on the size of the community, actually it's very small. Mm-hmm. It's like trying to find the needle in the haystack. Very difficult. Wow. So it's almost the Singaporeans that we know around us, we can count on our fingers and toes. So it's less than 20 from what I know.
And most of them are students coming here to like study, or there are people who are come to work?
There are people who come to work, but it's very few, very little.
Okay.
So from the, when we gather around, the activities that we do are sometimes we make activities to rekindle our memories of Singapore. We play games, history games.
Correct.
Good.
Or we come around and gather on food that they cook for us, the traditional foods.
Right.
That's nice.
And their desserts.
Yes.
So we always enjoy when we come around with them.
So when you gather with the community, like, do you do rawgas like we do here?
Exactly. So
Or the diwaniyas?
I think as we sit around, I think we can call it a diwaniya.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, something similar that you could gather together and
Yeah, share
spend
your
good
food
time.
together,
Yeah.
yeah. What about the Eid? What do you do here in Eid?
The Eid.
In Eid, personally, for us, we just have a very nice gathering for the first 2 days or 3 days, and then we just relax. We don't really do anything.
That's just
We
really-
just move on.
Exactly. Take a break a little bit.
Yeah, then you go back to studying.
Yeah. So we are unfortunately reaching the end of this episode. But before we end this episode, we would like to hear from you advisors for our dear viewers if they would like to visit Singapore at some point. What is your advices to our dear viewers?
Okay, so if you want to come to Singapore, you first need to be prepared that it's a city. So if you want to enjoy the nature and go to the mountains, I think you can go to our neighbors, Malaysia.
Okay.
But if you want to take a break from the mountains and come to the buildings, the nice sightseeing, and the malls and the vibes, I think
The
Singapore
shopping is the most important thing.
yes,
Shopping and food.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
And also don't forget to bring an umbrella.
Okay.
So what should we try when you go there? The
Chicken
first
rice,
Okay.
like I said before, chicken rice.
thing. Okay.
Something char kway teow. It's a noodle dish. It's called char kway teow. It's a noodle and sometimes with some cockles, seafood, something like that. Do you have any dishes you would like to recommend?
I think my favorite dish is called nasi lemak.
Okay.
Nasi lemak, yeah. So it's a very rice cooked with coconut milk and then served with a fried chicken.
Oh, nice.
Okay, yeah.
This is
It's
very,
very nice.
This is very interesting, and hopefully we will visit Singapore at some point. We would like to thank you for your valuable information as well as your time. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you very much for
Thank
hosting
you very
us.
much for
We
hosting
had
us.
so much good time like together.
Exactly.
And we are very happy.
As well as we would like to thank Eman for preparing
Thank
this.
you for the
Yes.
food.
You're
Yes.
very welcome.
Hopefully we can finish all this after this.
Exactly.
Actually, I hope that you can do it for your other friends to try it out.
Yeah.
All right, we'll try.
Hopefully at some point, right?
Yeah.
So the viewers are going to see you tomorrow with different guests as well as talking about a different country during the holy month of Ramadan. Until then, please take care of each other.
Bye-bye.